What's happening, Wolfpack? It's your boy Cooks and welcome to Wolfstaar, helping you be the best you. So today's video is all about why you should write down what you think, why your brain is like a glass of water and how writing it down is really going to help you. So let's get into it. Now let's think about this for a moment and what you might go through on a day-to-day basis. Let's say you wake up in the morning and you go to work or you go to school. You'll go there, you'll meet your colleagues, you'll have some conversations. There's the work that you're actually doing. Then you might be thinking about your family, your friends. You might be thinking about what you're going to eat tonight when you get home, and maybe what you're going to watch on Netflix. Then you might be thinking about your hopes, your dreams, your goals, your ambitions. Maybe you'll be thinking about where you want to go on holiday. Now, let's take that and multiply it by your entire life. And on top of that, let's add on your childhood experiences and everything that you've been through that shaped who you are today. That is an immense amount of information that's stored all up here. And sometimes it can get super confusing to understand the difference between what is what. And this is where writing down what you think about comes in super handy. Now let's imagine your brain is like a glass of water, the glass being your brain and the water, which is filled right to the top, being your thoughts. Now, if you put new water into that glass, what's going to happen? The old water and the new water is going to get mixed up, and whatever water spills out is going to be lost. So if you imagine the new water that comes in and new thoughts and new ideas, and what's spilling out is a mixture of new and old that's been stored in there already. But imagine if you actually took that water and stored it. Then the glass would be empty and you could get new water in there. Which ultimately means that if you emptied what was in your brain and stored it, which is by writing things down, your brain would be empty. You wouldn't have to think about the old muddled stuff anymore, and you could have new ideas, new thoughts, which is just super exciting. And then the other great thing that's going to happen is by the old stuff coming out and by you starting to write down what's been in your brain, you can start to look at it and go, oh wow, okay, this is really interesting. This is why I've been thinking about this in this way, or this is why this has been making me feel this way. Now, I'll give you an example. I run several businesses, and a while ago in one of my businesses, I was having an incredibly tough time. I was in a dark place. I couldn't really speak to many people about it. I was having a really, really tough time. There were financial challenges, supplier challenges, everything was very, very tough. And I just didn't know what to do with myself. And it was only until I started to write things down that it became clearer over a period of time. And by looking at these things that I was writing down, it allowed me to basically get out of my head and no longer have to think about stuff up here. I could look at it on the bit of paper and start to organize all these different thoughts and separate logical things from emotional things. I could start to look at what was driving what and create a plan of action which was going to help me move forward with my life. And ultimately what happened is that I ended up in a better place. I got the clarity that I needed and I moved on with my life in a healthier and happier way. Now imagine if you do that. Maybe you're facing a situation with a tough situation with a loved one, maybe a partner or a friend or a family member, and you just don't know what's causing it, but it's just really unhappy. Or you might have a goal or a dream or an ambition and it's all up here and you just don't know what to do with it. If you were to write it down and get it out of your head, it means that you don't have to think about all the different things up there because it's on a bit of paper. You can just look down at it and start to make sense of it all. And what's going to happen is you'll have space up here for some new ideas about what you've written down. And then everything that you've written down, you can start to organize. So let's say it's a dream that you've got. You could look at that and go, oh wow, okay, so this is what's been in my brain all this time and I like this, or I'm not sure about this, or maybe I want to expand on this, and you can start doing something with it. And then what's going to happen is going to lead you on to having clearer thoughts, clarity in what you want to do in your own life. And ultimately, when you've got a clear vision, a clear thought in mind, it's one of the best places to be because you can just see, you know what you want to do and you go for it. And that can apply to anything. Like I said, it could be with a relationship, it could be with an idea or a goal, or it could be as simple, like with me, knowing that I want to go on holiday. But now that I know that, and I want to have a 2-week holiday, it's very, very, very exciting because that idea of having a 2-week holiday was mixed up with a load of other stuff in my brain. But that's what I'm trying to get at, that by simply writing things down and getting into the habit of writing things down is just a great place to be. Try it out, and I promise you it will be one of the best things that you do. Get out of here, put it down on paper and organize what you find out. I think it's going to be super helpful for you, and let me know if you try it out. I hope you've enjoyed this video and you enjoy this tip that I've given you. Let me know if you do try it out, and remember, if you like what I'm doing, please comment, share, like and subscribe to my channel. Turn on the notification bell so you know when the next video comes out. Until next time, be the good wolf.